It's morphin time. Pterodactyl. Hi there, this is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the Wrestling Time push. And for tonight, I'll be reviewing Impact Wrestling. Now, tonight's Impact was the go-home show to Sacrifice, and it kicked off with Eddie Edwards versus Steve Macklin. Wow, things got personal in this match. I mean, Steve Macklin attacked Eddie Edwards before the match even started. And if you guys recall, the reason why it's personal is because Eddie Edwards attacked Jonathan Gresham and he pinned the blame on Steve Macklin. He planted the seeds of doubt for Steve Macklin when in reality it was him who did all of that. But yeah, like I said, Steve Macklin attacked Eddie Edwards before the match. And then Macklin ended up hitting him with the knee, and then he sent him flying into the ring. Then Eddie Edwards gave him a boot to the face. There was chest chops to Eddie Edwards by Macklin. And then Eddie Edwards ended up giving Steve Macklin a couple of chest shots of himself, of his own. And then Macklin crashed into Edwards while he was standing on the ropes. And here's where things started. The match was great. It was amazing. And I wanted Steve Macklin to win this. Well, he technically did because Eddie Edwards got himself disqualified. He took a candlestick and he whacked Steve Macklin with it. And Team Impact was barred from ringside, and I believe so was Honor No More. Then once the match was over, Team Impact came out running because obviously Honor No More also came out too. And then Maria said that Team Impact is angry because they're running around with mean faces on. And she says that she knows that the real reason that they're angry is because they believe in the construct of professional wrestling. She says that they believe in honor and believe the only thing that matters is Impact Wrestling. And that they've been brainwashed, and now that Eddie Edwards has changed his mind and came back to reality, it makes them question everything. So that was a good little promo by her. I mean, so I'm curious to see how this is going to end. I really am. Then Heath grabs the microphone. Yes, Heath, as in Heath Slater, and he says that is the most delusional thing that he's ever heard. And then Vincent tells him that Heath is delusional, but he knows a thing or two about being delusional because he used to work for delusional people. And says that Heath is delusional for thinking that he can actually beat Moose. It's nothing but pure insanity. Just like Heath is living a lie, and he tells him, "Can you dig that? Can you dig what I'm saying?" And then he tells him that he totally digs what he's saying. And then he challenges Vincent to the fight, and this leads into the next match. Is Heath versus Vincent. This is actually not a bad match. It's actually a pretty good match. I really like this match. I'm joined by Rochelle. Hey.
Hey. Nothing much. Just watched Impact, just checking out your show and just listening to what you're about.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of the first match? Steve Macklin versus Eddie Edwards.
I thought it was good. I agreed. I sort of got into it when in the middle where you have the influence going against Tasha Steelz, and then later on with the ROH guys. Didn't really catch the beginning of the match on the show.
Oh, okay. So Vincent pretty much dominated Heath, but he was able to get some offense in, but then he went crashing into the top turnbuckle. Vincent hit the red rum from the top rope to Heath. Heath still kicked out from that. He ended up match using the wake-up call. So then after that, Honor No More came swarming into the ring and saw the Team Impact. The Moose tried to attack Heath, but he missed and ended up attacking that tavern. And then Heath laid him out. And so which one? I think the referee counted the 1, 2, 3. So kind of giving Moose a preview of their match on Saturday. So then Team Impact is left standing tall while Honor No More leaves. Then after this, we get Masha Slamovich versus Raychell Rose. This was as essentially a squash match. I mean, Raychell Rose kind of got some offense in, but Masha Slamovich won this. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep giving her squash matches, but I would love to see her move on from this eventually.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I caught up a little bit later on in the matches. Yeah, I agree with you. If you say it's true.
Thanks for agreeing with me. Then we get a G.O.D segment, the Greatest of Destiny. If you guys recall, they got kicked out of the Bullet Club and screwed out of the Impact Tag titles by Jay White. And they're heated. They're very, very heated. And last week they attacked Jay White and the Bullet Club. So now they're going to be in action tonight. But before they're in action, they get this promo saying that they're not dead weight, like Jay White said they were. That they're the 7-time IWGP tag champs, and that business is always booming when they step into the building. They said that it's personal between them and Jay White.
So they're the IWPG champions? G.O.D?
No, they're saying they're 7-time IWGP champions.
Okay.
Because Jay White called them dead weight last week.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they're saying that they're not dead weight.
Okay.
So then Brandon by Design shows up and says that they are on the same side and that this is basically a business transaction. He says that Eric Young says they want a shot at the tag titles and G.O.D wants Jay White. And basically he says that they should put their differences aside to each get what they want. So very good promo by both. And that is supposed to set up their match at the end of the night. Then after this, we get another backstage segment with Ace Austin and Speedball Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey agreeing with Ace Austin, saying that they do make a great team. And then maybe someday they can actually win the tag titles. This upsets Mad Fulton because if you guys recall, last year Ace Austin and Mad Fulton did challenge for the tag titles and unfortunately were not able to win the tag titles.
So let me cut in front of you. There was a backstage segment. This is where I believe I caught the show. They had Mad Fulton and Ace speaking to some guy stretching.
Yeah, the Speedball Mike Bailey.
Who's he?
He's a British wrestler.
Okay. Is anything special about him? That's the first time I've ever seen him.
He's actually pretty good in the ring.
What's his character?
I'm not sure what his character is.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get into it during Saturday's pay-per-view, but okay.
So then after this, we had Cassie Lee versus Madison Rain. Wasn't a bad match. Wasn't. But, of course, the influence wasn't trusting Caleb, so they put an X where he's supposed to stand during the match, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
I like that Tenille Dashwood, after she put Cassie Lee from the ring apron and sent her crashing into the ring, Jessie McKay went after her, and she stops midway because she almost crashes into Caleb. And then Tenille ended up pushing her into Caleb, and then Caleb got her, which upset Tenille Dashwood and distracted Madison Rain. So that allowed Cassie Lee to hit her with the Inspiral. So Cassie Lee ended up victorious, and now the Inspiration has momentum going into Sacrifice.
Do you think, because of what you said, that Caleb might possibly be the new manager of the Influence, or that he's going to break up from not the Influence? The Influence. Do you think that's possible?
I think so.
I hope so. I think it would be cool.
So then after this, we had a number 1 contenders match. It was Sasha Steelz versus Chelsea Green. If you guys recall, this match came about last week after Mickie James petitioned for Chelsea Green to be her next opponent. Tasha Steelz did not like that, so Gail Kim made this match. This was actually a decent match. It wasn't bad. Mickie James was on commentary. Tasha Steelz ended up winning this match with a frog splash to Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I thought this match was pretty good too, man. Tasha Steelz has switched up her look a lot. She's not coming out as a wannabe Ratchet Sasha Banks. She's coming into her own. She grew up with me with LAX as well. They grew together and all did these backstage things, and she's growing into her own. And I like this, and I agree with you. This was a good match. You had Mickie James talking, and I'm looking forward to this little match, their little beef.
Definitely, same here. So then after this, we got a Matt Cardona segment, which I thought was hilarious because he's showing off a picture of him beating Jordan Grace at No Surrender. He feels he's disrespected by an employee, I believe, named I forgot, I didn't catch the employee's name, but he's disrespected by an employee.
Security guards.
Security guard, yeah. And he tells them, because he answers a text from his wife. So he tells that person that nobody respects him. And he will go everywhere else or anywhere else to defend the title, but on Impact.
Yeah, he tried to he entered the building through the back door, and security was like, "Sir, you need a pass to get into the building." And he's like, "This is my digital media belt. This is my pass. Now let me go through."
Yeah, that was hilarious. All right, so then after this, we get Johnny Swinger versus Jonah. What can I say about this match? This is just a squash match. This match, really, it was just a squash match. But the talking point was what came after the match. So obviously, Jonah won this match. PCO, who is his scheduled opponent at Sacrifice, came out. They had a stare down. Then Jonah headbutted him, gave him the tsunami, and PCO, kind of like Undertaker, just stood up right away, and he sent Jonah flying over the top rope. No one's manhandled Jonah like that, so that took him by a surprise.
Wow, I didn't see that part of, but I love what's his name. Who did Jonah go against again?
Johnny Swinger.
Yeah, Johnny Swinger in his old school 1990s ways. That was pretty funny. I'm sort of disappointed that he did get squashed. I'm not a big fan of Jonah, but obviously I believe Jonah's going to defeat PCO this Saturday. I think, right? And because I just remember that all these ROH guys that went to Impact a month ago had short-term deals. So I don't see them taking a W, and then, Jonah doesn't get his comeuppance, his comeback at him. So
yeah. So then after that, we get a backstage segment with Deonna Purrazzo, and who says, of course, she's undefeated in the champ challenge because she's a champ.
You don't feel some type of way when she says that?
No.
Because of Becky Lynch calling herself the first champ. And now they're taking it, and then she's calling herself chomp.
I mean, what else is she supposed to call herself? Deonna Two Belts? Two Belts Deonna?
Might as well. What are those titles? It's the Reina Championship, and what's the other title?
It's the Reina de Reina. Is it AAA Reina de Reina's title and the Ring of Honor women's title?
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said things are going to get interesting for Deonna Purrazzo.
Very, very.
And I'll talk more about that when I do my predictions for Sacrifice.
Oh, what if? Oh, wait, hold on. She's the ROH champion and AAA champion.
Let's keep it for the predictions because she's gonna do an open challenge at Sacrifice.
All I'm saying is, do you think what's her name is gonna what's her name, the Mexican girl from AAA? I mean, our AEW.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa fights for the Reina AAA championship, but I don't know. That's fantasy booker.
Well, technically, she already faced Deonna last year. It wasn't for either of those titles, but she did face Deonna. She lost. Remember?
Yeah, it was. I recall it being a very good match. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then she gets interrupted by Giselle Shaw, who says, "Yeah,
the quintessential diva
who debuted and had a match before Veer."
Is this the girl you were talking about on your Twitter that showed up list like a while back?
Yeah.
I love her. This is the first time I've seen her.
Really? You haven't been watching? She's pretty cool. So Giselle Shaw interrupts her and says that the only reason Deonna was able to beat down Lady Frost was because of her. Like, Giselle Shaw gave Lady Frost a beating. Then Lady Frost shows up and says that they have unfinished business and that she will see her on Saturday. So that's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Then in the main event, we had the 8-man tag match. It was Bullet Club versus Violent by Design and G.O.D. with Eric Young being barred from ringside. So this match was something.
Yep.
Because G.O.D. came running down. Chaos ensued before the match even started. Officials came out, tried to separate everyone. G.O.D. at one point got Jay White alone in the ring, but the Good Brothers saved him. Then Scott D'Amore came out. And he said that this match was not going to go down like this, that it was going to be a no DQ match. Chaos ensued after this because Tamaloa grabbed the steel chair to save his brother from being attacked by Carl Anderson. Jay White hit Dorian with a trash can lid to the face. Diener put a trash can in the ring. He tried to hit Chris Bay, but Chris Bay avoided the trash can. Chris Bay put Diener into the trash can and then stomped on him. Anderson dragged Tama Tonga to the top of the ramp. Loa hit Gallows with the baseball bat to the midsection. Jay White choked Joe Dorian with the chain around his neck. Jay White crashed into a trash can afterwards. Tama Loa hit Doc Gallows with the trash can. He speared Bay. Good Brothers and Goddess of Destiny ended up leaving the ring and going to the backstage area, leaving Jay White and Chris Bay by themselves against Joe Dorian and Diener. Then at one point, Joe Dorian stood behind Jay White, picked him up, and he slammed him. Diener gave Jay White a headbutt, but Chris Bay ended up saving him from losing the match. Then in the back, you see that Doc Gallows hit Tamaloa with the beer. Then Dorian picked up the door. I don't know where. I think he got it from under the ring, sets it up, and he goes crashing shoulder first into that door. They put Tamaloa in between a ladder. Carl Anderson hit him with the steel chair. Jay White hit the Blade Runner to Diener, and Bullet Club ended up being victorious. And then backstage, G.O.D hit Good Brothers with a steel barricade, and they end up leaving the arena, and that's to close Impact.
Woo! All I thought about was that the security guards are getting over, man. You had security guards not letting Matt Cardona in, security guards in the main event here, security guards this past Friday between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, security guards on AEW Dynamite with Dark Order. The security guards are getting over. I think they're just gonna win the titles. That's my prediction.
Right. I actually thought this was a really good episode of Impact. Great go home show. This is how you do a go home show. You know, this and what Dynamite gave us, great go home shows. There was nothing I really disliked about this, you know, so I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
What, a 5 out of 5? What up, Almighty One Pickles? I give it wow, 3.5 pickles out of 5. It was I
I thought it was a good show. So agree to disagree.
All right. It was a good show. It wasn't a bad show. It's weird to grade it. It's a hard grade for me just to grade. It was a good show.
Yeah. I understand. So now sacrifice predictions. We have 11 matches. All right. So in any order, we have Honor No More in the form of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack, a tag match. I think,
I'm going with Swann.
Huh?
I'm going with Swann and Willie.
Really? Why? Because of what you said, that they signed short-term deals?
Yeah, and I think they're trying to get them back over as a tag team from a couple of years ago before Swann went solo. And yeah, ROH, I think they're going to sort of get taken out slowly but surely.
I'm going to go with Honor No More. I'm going to go with Honor No More. And the reason why is because they literally earned the right to stay in Impact about at No Surrender. So it doesn't make sense for them to lose this match so quickly, but you know. Giselle Shaw versus Lady Frost. I like Lady Frost, but Giselle Shaw just debuted. So I gotta give it to Giselle Shaw. What about you?
I want Giselle Shaw to win. She's funny. I'm not that much of a Lady Frost fan.
The Inspiration versus The Influence for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. The Inspiration. Yep.
Ooh, who are they going against again? The Inspiration.
The Influence.
Yeah, Inspiration for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think Caleb helps them win.
I think so too. Trey Miguel versus Jake Something, singles match for the X Division Championship. I like Jake Something. I like Trey Miguel, but I don't see Trey Miguel losing to Jake Something. I mean, if Trey Miguel beats Steve Macklin, he needs to retain this.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you. I think Trey Miguel has a bigger name than Jake Something right now. And it's going to culminate between Trey Miguel going against the Moose sometime down the line.
I apologize for that. Okay, so then we have Moose versus Heath for the Impact World Championship. Come on now, Moose.
Wow, when you're a Heath Slater fan too. I
I don't think
say
he's going to beat the Good
I
Brothers
say Drew
versus Right.
McIntyre is gonna come back and reunite with 3MB and defeat Moose.
What?
Yeah, what Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, they're gonna help him win the title.
I don't think so.
All
Then
right.
we had the Good Brothers versus Violent by Design in a tag match for the
They-
Impact World Tag Team Championships. I think the Good Brothers, just because it doesn't make sense for them to lose the titles to Violent by Design when Gorillas or Destiny have unfinished business with them. If anyone's going to take those tag titles off the Good Brothers, it needs to be the Gorillas of Destiny.
I agree 100%.
Singles match, Rhino versus Eddie Edwards. I'm going to go with Eddie Edwards on this one just because tonight showed that he's willing to do anything to kind of avoid a loss, technically. I mean, if you whack Steve Macklin with the kendo stick, what's not to say he won't cheat to beat Rhino?
I agree, man. There's nothing in it for them if Rhino wins. And what's his name? Eddie Edwards literally just turned on Impact Wrestling to join Honor No More, and for him to lose against a guy like Rhino,
he didn't turn on Impact. Impact turned on him.
good.
But so then we had Jonah versus PCO. Ooh, this is where things get interesting. Because Jonah versus PCO. This, if Jonah loses, this would be his second loss. So I don't know about this one. I really don't. What do you think?
I think Steve is gonna run in. I think Jonah needs to defeat him. I think he's just gonna destroy him. PCO is gonna be like the mankind of this match.
Really? I don't know. I you know what? I'm gonna go with PCO because PCO is actually signed to Impact and Jonah isn't. So I'm gonna go with PCO. I'm gonna go with PCO. So then we got Mickie James versus Tasha Steelz for the Knockouts Championship. This is a hard one because I don't know if Mickie James is gonna drop the title yet to Tasha or if she's gonna retain.
I hope Hardcore Country wins. I don't think Tasha Steelz up there yet. She is, but Mickie James has just been killing it. And I think Deonna Purrazzo versus Mickie James is the match.
Really? Again?
Yeah, she has more. I say yeah. I just don't. Tasha Steelz is
I hate to agree with you, but you're probably right. I don't think Tasha's time is yet. I don't think her time is up is yet. I think that if they do face each other again, I think the third time would be the charm for her, but I don't think she's winning this one.
Yeah, third time.
We got Alex Shelley versus Jay White. I picked Jay White for this one.
I picked Jay White too.
This is Alex Shelley's first match back with Impact in over 2 years. I picked Jay White.
Yeah, same here too. Alex Shelley comes and goes, man. There's no reason to give him the belt. I mean, the win, the W. The W, I made a mistake.
And then we got Deonna Purrazzo's Open Challenge. So this is where things get interesting for me. Because as we all know, Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, and she's currently the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. But at the same time, she's also the Triple H Reina de Reinas champion. And Taya Valkyrie called Deonna Purrazzo out, saying she's coming for that title. So is it going to be Taya Valkyrie and maybe challenging her for the Triple A Women's title? Or is it going to be maybe somebody from AEW and challenging her from Ring of Honor? Or is it going to be a former Ring of Honor person? I don't know.
I could see what's her name again? Valkyrie doing it, because when I've seen her at a few live shows, she was super humble and cool. Like, she was like the focal point of even the guys, like everybody chilling in the room, everybody was going to her. She was saying hello to everybody. And I think they would welcome her back with open arms for her to even take that title back from her, So
definitely so. If I'm just gonna pick, I'm gonna pick Taya Valkyrie, and she's gonna challenge her for the AAA Reina de Reinas title. That's my prediction.
Then you could have some crazy three-way matches. Wow, she could still be the ROH champion, Valkyrie the championship, Mickey James the title holder, and then
Winner take all.
and why not have Matt Cardona being there with his multimedia championship and make it a four-way? Just make it wild and crazy. So
That would be crazy. But I guess that's it. You guys anything to say? You got anything to say? Or
no, I might actually try to go to that show. It's this Saturday, but it's
in Louisiana?
it's just the main event is so whack to me. Moose and Heath Slater, like, come on, like, there's just
I don't think that's going to be the main event. I mean, it might be.
What do you think is the main event?
You would think it'd be Moose and Heath, but Moose and Heath weren't even the main event at No Surrender. I mean, Moose versus W. Morrissey wasn't even the main event at No Surrender.
Do you think it'll be the ladies then? It'll be Mickey James. Wow.
No, I think it could be maybe. I'm trying to think what other match was significant. Maybe the tag match, the men's tag match.
When they went through the lineup, that was the last thing that they showed. The last image was Moose and Heath. I think
It might be the main event.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow after AEW Rampage.
Peace. Later. Thank you, Datila.
Bye.